Saturday, November 4th, 2023 at 2:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my goodbye letter. To my mother, I love you so very much. I've fantasized my whole life that one day we will be best of friends, that I would be fully accepted for who I am and understood by you. I dreamed of being close to you and my very beautiful and courageous sister, Aisha. Us three together as one, doing everything together. I still hold hope for this, as it's not over until the fat lady sings, LOL. However, at this time, she is humming. I am being called to let you and my sister go, along with my family. This crushes me and hurts me to my core, despite it being unbearable for me to associate within this environment any longer. It feels like a big dream that has been shattered to pieces by the truth or love that has come over it. One thing that I have learned on this journey to self-realization and actualization is that wherever unconditional love lies, nothing impure, ill-intended, or deceitful can survive. There has to be movement because it just doesn't and cannot mix, no matter how hard you try. To remain within the same company is painful for all parties involved. At this point, it's destructive to my mind, body, and spirit. Very painful indeed. The only way to relieve myself and anyone involved is for me to officially depart ways. I have outgrown this situation with my mother, with my sister, with my entire family, with my past and everything in it, which includes certain environments, places, foods, and information that I feed myself, television, online, people. It's all decayed. It's dead. And that includes the me that I've only known myself to be. What has been happening is that I have just been keeping myself around the dead and embodying a persona that has died already in environments that has decayed already, waiting for the moment where I can stop lying to myself and allow the truth or love to sink in and illuminate what is real. I am finally here, and now I am ready to accept the truth and get myself out of here. I know that it's about energy and has less to do with the places. It has more to do with it has more to do with the people and the environments that will and can affect my energy, and less about what I am doing and where I am doing it. This is an official goodbye letter to the old me, my past, including the people and environments and the teachings associated with it. Excuse me. It has died. And if I stay here, I will die as well. And it will be a slow death as well. It will first start with my mind. Then it will show within my mood, and eventually my body will start declining. I know this because I am already being affected in all of these areas. My inner world is different than my external world, and I cannot survive mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually if I decided not to leave from this place, energetically speaking. My health and well-being is on the line here. My inner world is what has caused the deaths and the decaying of my external world, because it's as within, so without. Whatever I vibrate internally, by universal law, it must reflect externally. It's the law of physics 101. As above, so below. As within, so without. Hermes Trismegistus. So me choosing to ignore what I am being pushed to do and who I am being pushed to be is me choosing to die along with everything that has come to an end within my past life. Now I truly understand what it means with the phrase jumping timelines. I am literally jumping to a completely new timeline. I am time traveling for sure. I can always travel back in time if I want to, but I know that it's death for me here. I will not be able to survive here. I can always time travel into future timelines as well, kind of like I am doing right now. I have manifested myself out of one timeline unto another. Side note, we are all living on different timelines amongst each other at the same exact time. This is how the past, present, and future exist all at the same time. The infinite here and now. There's no telling how many future timelines or past I have, but one thing is for sure, I can and will always manifest to a higher timeline. I am proud of myself. I know that my daughter is proud of me as well. She is the only thing that is being salvaged from my past because she loves unconditionally. There's no clashing there. We energetically want the same things, despite the fact that we do not share the same level of wisdom within our conscious awareness. I say goodbye with the utmost respect and with the utmost love. I say goodbye for now because I will leave open the possibility of reunifications as everyone can begin to live life unconditionally at any time. I am open and hopeful for reunifications with people of my past that have decided to ascend and jump timelines as well. But I am not to retreat or withdraw from a higher timeline down to a past timeline just to reunite with these people. Instead, I will do them one better by becoming the example of what life can be like for them once they decide to go up to a higher timeline, in which, again, at that time, we will be reunited and in a much healthier state of being for the benefit of each other. I had been down here because I thought that I could convince people of what's up there on a higher timeline for them and I both, not realizing that, for one, God's got them and that they have been assigned specific lessons that will get them to their very specific death and rebirth that's designed and fated for them. Divine timing is at play. Secondly, how in the world did I really expect to convince people that they are better than their situations, etc., when I am on the same timeline as them and experiencing similar situations as them. Lastly, I've realized that I myself got caught up in the underworld after being here so long. I got confused with what is my energy versus the people that have been stuck here, needing to learn lessons and transmute their energies into a higher state of consciousness. I've been here so long that I started to decay and rot right before my eyes, starting to take on energies that weren't mine. I started confusing me for them and have allowed these low vibrational entities to fool me and trick me with their illusions of what the truth really is. The truth is, I am a higher powered and a higher frequency individual. One who has already been where they have been and have already learned those lessons, was able to ascend past beyond that. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Okay. Beyond that. Energy never dies, and beyond that. Side note, this may have been why I was able to get my energy confused with theirs, because I was playing off of an old memory of when I was vibrating at that level, instead of realizing that I've already passed it, realizing that I am in a past timeline. Energy never dies, and memory is stored within energy and within our subconscious mind. The truth is that they have always felt that my energy was different than theirs. Although I am in the same environment, wearing the same clothes, having the same challenges, doing the same drugs, in the same blood family. Side note, we are in fact different due to the levels and access points of the collective consciousness. They felt that I was different. They felt that I was energetically different. I did too, but I was in denial for the same reasons. It's like I decided on a soul level to choose this timeline and was tasked to remember who I am by getting triggered into awakenings that has allowed me to tap into my subconscious mind in order to remember. Well, Starlight, I remember, and I am awakened enough to see that I am in the underworld and that I am out of place energetically. Okay. I believe that I have learned the lessons that I have been tasked with to learn here in order to ascend back to a timeline that is more fitting for me. I want to quickly go back for a second before I forget. So yes, I was sent here with my memory wiped clean and instead lodged deep within my subconscious mind in order for me to find out and wake up to this fact. Surprise! LOL. What I have learned in the underworld is that people are there because they are meant to be. aka because they want to be. I believe that our souls pick and chooses our lessons that are dependent on how much we would like to ascend or and get closer to source energy. The closer we ascend, the closer we are ascended to source energy, the higher our consciousness or perspective, which gives us a glimpse of just how high we are ascended, how close we are to God or the Christ consciousness. The perspective is not about what you believe is true or the truth, because we all speak of the truth, even when in direct opposition. Even when we are in direct, sorry. All right, I'll say that again. The closer we ascend, the closer we are ascended to source energy, the higher our consciousness or perspective, which gives us a glimpse of just how high we are ascended, or other words, how close we are to God or the Christ consciousness. I mean higher or perspective as in to live from and see everything through the lenses of everyone. Your level of capacity. Stay with me, people. The perspective is not about what you believe is true or the truth, because we all speak of the truth, even when we are in consciousnesses in direct opposition of each other. It's the both and neither law, which is my law. Okay. I mean higher or perspective as in to live from and see everything through the lenses of your level of capacity and everyone's. Stay with me, people. Unconditional love is the key and the elixir of life. My life and its unfoldment is proof of this observation. I am someone who has incarnated here to earth with my memory wiped clean, not knowing who I was, or knowing anything about energy and spirituality just as early as 2 years ago. I was tasked by my courageously brave and fearless soul to go through harsh conditions and lessons to be learned. Then for me to become so triggered that it would awaken me into spirituality, and then challenge me to do this shadow work of forgiveness to others and for myself by emotional releases for these 2 years. I want to say that again. And then challenge me to do this shadow work of forgiveness to others and for myself by performing emotional releases in isolation for these past 2 years. Lastly, to get to this point where I have fully awakened and have reached enlightenment of who I am on a soul level and what my purpose is in life at this moment in time, which is to teach people about unconditional love, for the shadow self, and how this allows the ability to time travel and jump timelines. How unconditional love for yourself first, then onto others, is the key to you learning the lessons that has been tasked by the soul, your soul, in order to obtain more capacity to love, aka higher consciousness, aka ascension, closer to God. God, who is the source energy, which is the truth. God, who is the source of all energy, which is the one truth. All this. Okay. The both and neither law. Collective consciousness, or the omnipresence. The all that is and is the all that will be. I used to tell myself and ask myself, how in the world is it that I can still love so much despite what's happened to me? Despite me always being broke with no money, how am I this happy? How could I clearly see that I was different from most people around me growing up as a child, and even now because of the amount of love and compassion I carry compared to others? That's the only thing that really stood out to me. Everything else was an illusion because I had been seeing with my pair of eyes on my face and using logic to back it up, along with listening to people instead of listening to my own intuition, third eye. When I got into spirituality and the supernatural world of imagination and the impossibles made possible, my whole life changed. I have been able to become someone who has mastered my energy, someone who is an energy healer and an alchemist within my own right. This was all made possible through the power of imagination and the key to life, elixir of life, living in unconditional love unto myself first, then onto others. Because of this, I have found my purpose, and I will always have the truth shown to me wherever I go. Because of this, I will bring abundance to anyone and to situations that I am involved in. Because of this, I am able to shift paradigms or paradigm shift, have the capability of remote viewing, receiving premonitions, seeing through illusions, and manifest things as I please. Side note, gifts, abilities, and talents are granted as your soul ascends. Your soul ascends whenever lessons are learned while incarnated. Only those who are vibrating at a frequency of unconditional love will be granted access to these innate powers awaiting for us all to tap into. Subconscious mind. How, what, where, when, and why. I want to say this again. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Side note, gifts, abilities, and talents are granted as your soul ascends. Your soul ascends whenever lessons are learned while incarnated. Only those who are vibrating at a frequency of unconditional love will be granted access to these innate powers awaiting for us all to tap into. which is the subconscious mind and that memory. That's where all of our memory is held. How, what, where, when, and why? Because we are all a piece of God and are made in his image. We are living manifestations of God's consciousness. This is why both and neither law is valid, because it's all coming from God, the one love. I am now able to live within the highest level of peace within, prosperity, wealth, and serenity. Fear stands for finally exiting average reality. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. I love you, Ashanti.